With at least 10,000 people homeless in BC and counting, homelessness is a crisis that seems to have lost its urgency. In the event of a natural disaster, we have emergency response plans to help displaced people. So what if we treated the homelessness crisis like the emergency it really is?
This is the final installment of a 6-part series exploring solutions to the homelessness crisis in BC, funded in partnership through Megaphone donors and the Thais Housing Fix project. Since 2015, several U.S. cities, and even a whole state, have declared a state of emergency to address homelessness. They use these declarations to jumpstart projects, cut red tape, and access more funding for shelter and housing.
We declared a state of emergency for housing and homelessness in Portland because our housing prices, unfortunately, are rising faster than any other U.S. city. And we have, like the other West Coast cities, a big population of homeless people in crisis. So the combination of those two things led us to say, this is an emergency. Let's be real about that, put real money, try some new things, and move quickly against this set of problems.
In the last year, Portland and its home county, Multnomah, used emergency programs to help more than 25,000 people, the most ever in 1 year. They used their own bylaws and authority to raise funding and remove legal barriers that prevented immediate action. They had a plan, goals, and funding to back it up. Portland put 4,603 people in permanent housing in 1 year. For context, Metro Vancouver has roughly 4,000 people living without a home. Experts say Portland's success was only possible because they treated homelessness like an emergency. How could this work in BC? Municipalities could take a bold step and declare a state of local emergency on homelessness. With this approach, they could justify significant funding increases, temporarily suspend certain zoning bylaws to get housing and shelter built more quickly, and open community centers year-round as emergency warming spaces. Along with the state of emergency, the province could appoint an advocate, similar to the Advocate for Children and Youth or the Seniors Advocate, to guide the response, report on government action, and hold them accountable, acting as a link between people experiencing homelessness and those writing policy.
To solve this crisis, we must treat homelessness like we would any other disaster that displaces thousands of people on the streets. Families, our neighbors, the working poor, those pitching a tent, and others falling through the housing cracks can't keep waiting. All levels of government must take the bold steps necessary to make a difference. Declaring a state of emergency could be the necessary spark. We need homes and services now.
Homelessness is a priority because Portland's a humane city. Let's funnel that humanity towards real improvement in the lives of homeless people and vulnerable renters. And let's all live, hopefully all inside, in a beautiful city that takes care of everybody.